Assalamu alaikum. Hello learners. How are you? Hope you all are well. I am also well. Today we will start a new chapter, transporting organisms, and our today's topic will be plants and water relationship. You know, another name of water is life. Like other organisms, plant also use water, and you know protoplasm is the physical basis of life, and 90% of protoplasm contains water. That's why water is fluid of life. Without water, life cannot form or life cannot run. But from where and how do plants obtain water? Plants basically obtain water from soil. From soil, water reaches to the plant leaf, and inside the leaf basically food is produced. Now, water from soil, the absorption of water is accomplished with the coordination of three processes. First one, imbibition. You know, dry or half-dry colloidal substance absorb water. They are basically hydrophilic and hydrophobic. The substance which basically absorb water known as hydrophilic substance, and the substance which are not able to absorb water are known as hydrophobic substance. Here, dry or half-dry colloidal substances absorb water. Cellulose, esters, gelatin, these are hydrophilic. But why? Because they are colloidal substance, they are hydrophilic, and the process by which colloidal substance absorb water is known as imbibition. This substance are hydrophilic and absorb water by the process of imbibition. Now, another process, absorption of water, is accomplished with the coordination of diffusion. Incense or fragrance of flower spread throughout the environment by the process of diffusion. But how this spreading process occurs? Basically, any molecules of substance, any molecule, it may be solid, liquid or gaseous, moves from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration, and this process is known as diffusion. So we can say the movement of molecules of any substances from higher concentration to its lower concentration is known as diffusion. Any molecule of any substance has potential energy, but at constant temperature and pressure, this substance basically diffuse due to the potential energy from higher concentration to lower concentration. And this is known as diffusion pressure. So we can say at constant temperature and pressure, substances diffuse due to potential energy from higher concentration to lower concentration is known as diffusion pressure. The difference between diffusion pressure is known as diffusion pressure deficit, and diffusion pressure deficit basically develop in the mesophyll tissue of leaf. Diffusion pressure deficit develop in the mesophyll tissue of leaf. That's why plants are able to absorb water, and this suction force develop from root to the leaves. Now another process, osmosis. You basically observe that your mother basically soak the resin. At the time of soaking the resin, before soaking it becomes constricted, but after soaking it becomes turgid. But why or how this process happens? Constricted resin, when it is kept in water or any solvent, basically water, it absorbs water and become turgid resin. This process is osmosis. So we can say that the movement of solvent molecule through a semi-permeable membrane or selectively permeable membrane. This one is selectively permeable membrane to higher concentration. The movement of solvent molecule from lower concentration through a selectively permeable membrane to higher concentration is known as osmosis. By these three processes, imbibition, diffusion and osmosis, this is basically absorption of water is accomplished. And if we sum up the total discussion, you can say that plant-water relationship, basically as 90% of protoplasm is water and protoplasm is the physical basis of life, so we can say that without water plant cannot live. But how plant absorb water? The absorption of water, the plant's body occurred through the combination of three processes: imbibition, diffusion and osmosis. By the combination of these three processes, the water from the soil reaches to the leaf, and inside the leaf food is produced. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.